Chris Attoh. Woo.
If I'm playing a watchman, I want the watchman watching to watch and feel like, oh yeah, that's exactly what we do.
Big duo, like, bro, you know what I'm trying to say. If anybody had told me like 10 years ago that, oh, you sit casually at Honeypot Spa with Chris Attoh, like things like I can touch him like this, I don't believe it. I'm like, oh, nah, it's not true. I feel like you can be in a beauty pageant and you win because your answers are very.
You answer the questions.
I'm gonna practice my wave.
Crazy.
It's my wave.
Yes.
The person I saw says was Kojo Sheldon.
He's
Oh,
like strong. I wasn't here, guys.
that it is a job that can feed you. It's not just a hobby. It's not just, oh, I'm going to act more.
I don't like to vote. I don't vote. But this year.
You must.
This year.
You must.
I don't care what she said. I don't care what I
No,
no,
but
listen to me. Don't cuss me.
You know, I'm going to definitely stay by plan. You know.
Hello?
Hey, Aloni. Looking forward to seeing you.
I can't wait to see you either.
So I'll pick you up from Jason.
You're still going out to meet him. I am scared for you.
Lauren, you don't have to be scared for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What do you got for me?
I'm gonna send you some information.
That Britney's killer is definitely still here.
How soon do you think you can get to Ghana?
Ghana?
I told you this is very different. All of these murders are of a ritualistic nature.
The body of a university student was discovered in the forest earlier today. She had some symbols carved into her skin.
The exact same marking.
This is pretty ancient and is common with the witchcraft practitioners, fierce warriors, powerful guardians, healers.
I mean, we know the suspect's relationship with Aloni, but how are Brittany and the other victims connected to that?
She was with him the night she died.
Why didn't you tell me that you saw Aloni the night she died?
No, she stormed out and I ran after her. The prophecy says the Grand Witch will reign eternally.
Did you see anything?
What about the detective you brought in? Does he suspect anything?
We have no idea what this guy is up to or what he's capable of.
Let us be one and speak to her.
The dark forces are never to be underestimated.
Yes, sir. Yes, we found another one.
Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Are you starting?
I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I'm just so excited to be here because it's giving like ambience. Look at the place, like it's giving soft life.
I feel like this is what heaven would look like. This is exactly what heaven looks like.
Guys, I'm so sorry. We're just having a very good time because we are at Honeypot Spa, and I literally love this place so much because I come here to have some services, if you know what I mean. Like, they do waxes, they do massages, they do some type of facials and other facials. If you know, you know. But this is Zoo's second home. Ask him why.
It's my second home because I just love the place. Like, when I come here, I feel like they have yoga here on Sundays, you know, so like I'm trying to start yoga, I'm trying to like get flexible, so I come here sometimes.
He's very rigid, so I'm hoping that as he keeps coming,
Charlie, by December I'll be doing splits. Don't worry. So yeah, guys, we have a discount code at the Honeypot Spa. Stay by plan. So if you come here, just say stay by plan, or I don't know, however you book, say stay by plan, and say we sent you.
Okay.
And you get 10% off any service.
Yeah. If you don't use it, I'll use it.
Yes. So look sharp. It's only for a limited time.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into where we're here. In case you guys couldn't tell from the title, from the snippets,
right? From the laugh in the background, it's a classic laugh. Like, let's be serious.
If you couldn't tell already, we're here with a special guest. The one and only
Chris
Attoh. Woo!
I'll take it.
Yeah, welcome.
Wow, guys, thank you. So this is what angels look like.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, because you're heavy. Yeah.
Good one.
Now I know. Thanks for having me. This is a really cool spot. You know, you weren't kidding. As soon as I came in, the energy is truly zen.
It's truly zen. I was just about to say zen. Yeah.
You know, I wish I knew earlier, but yeah, I think I'm definitely going to be coming through. You know, I'm going to definitely stay by plan. You know, but yeah, come check it out with me.
Yeah,
Honey
for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder why they call it the Honeypot.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I know why.
I don't know if I
So
should be asking if I should find out. Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder
Just
why.
check, if you go on their Instagram, just check the services, you understand.
Yeah, you
And trust me, that is worth it.
It's
That's
worth
what I have
it.
to say.
Oh man.
Yeah, so welcome to the best podcast in the world. Stay by plan.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you here. Yeah.
I think I should go first for all the Ghanaian women watching. I'll
Oh,
do
yes,
it for you,
please,
don't worry.
please do,
I'm
please
here
do.
for you. So I wanted to say something to you off camera. I was like, no, I'll say it on camera. I feel like if anybody had told me like 10 years ago that, oh, you sit casually at Honeypot Spa with Chris Attoh like this, I can touch him like this, I don't believe it. I'm like, oh, no, it's not true. Because Chris Attoh is like literally everybody's childhood crush.
Serious. The matter is serious.
I'm actually crying.
You are so sweet. I'll
So
take it.
like, yeah, honestly, I feel like everybody knows. Like if you are, oh my God, is the millennials right? So don't say but it doesn't matter.
No, but even the Gen Zs
Even
know,
the Gen
though,
Zs
yeah.
know, like Chris Attoh,
You know,
right?
that's the beauty of what one of the things that I do. I mean, acting, you kind of leave a legacy and you leave things and stories that, you know, whether it's the Generation X to, you know, the generations after me and us that will still be able to see the work that we leave behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you said what? Childhood crush.
Yes, like everybody.
So you don't have a crush anymore? I'm just
you
asking.
right.
It's too bad she grew up. Now she's not a child again. So
Why don't you have a crush anymore?
Oh. So I don't like what you're
I
doing.
just want to know. I'm just making
But that's the whole
conversation.
point of a crush, though. It's transient. It doesn't last forever.
Oh, okay.
I'm still here.
I'm still here, though,
Just
yeah.
letting you know.
But that's a good
No,
answer. though.
but yeah, honestly though, like I think everybody knows Chris Attoh from Tinsel and Scorned. I feel like I was too young to really understand what was going on, but I just remember they used to say, "Hell had no fury like a woman scorned," and I'm like, "Oh wow, what movie is this?"
Yeah.
And yeah, like you've just done like so many interesting things, and we have to go deep and understand
The whole journey.
like the whole journey, how you even started acting and why you're still acting and all of that. And now we hear that you are now a producer and director. So it's like you're leveling up, or I don't know if it's horizontal or vertical integration, but like you're doing some like crazy things. So
Growth is
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
And then you have so many like deep motivational speeches and quotes online. Like I really did my research.
Oh, you did. Thank you, Afi.
And even the stuff that he said today before we started, I was like, hey, you just pulled it out from anywhere. I say, hey, this guy.
Right. No, but Zoe is the artist. So, you know, I was just
Yes,
encouraging
who's
him.
an artist?
I am. I claim it. I am. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into the journey. Like, what led you to act? Because primarily we know you as an actor. What led you to the screens?
You know, when I was much younger, my dad was a big part of what led me to what I do now. When he was 9 years old, he stowawayed from Ghana, got on a ship and moved to America. And he pretty much lived his early life there, you know, only returned back to Ghana at the age of like 40 something. And when he came back with a lot of VHS cassettes. If he knows what that is. Yeah, let's check.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Zuu Smooth says, yeah, of course.
Of course, man. Of
But
course.
if you don't, you know, the big video cassettes is what we had, and used to put that in the video player and press play. You know, it's not touch screens. Press play.
Even if you finish watching, you have to press rewind and put it down. That's courtesy.
Afi knows.
But even before the rewind button, there was sometimes you had to put it in this box and like
Yeah, you can use a pen if you are a hard person.
Oh, you use the pen. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
we've been there. We've been there.
Yeah. Well, these VHS cassettes had numerous recordings of, shows from specifically Hollywood, Knight Rider, Gone with the Wind, the A-Team. And I didn't realize how heavily I was affected by that at such a young age. So I think that I was also exposed to just great acting and pretty much what it should be and what it should look like. And I've often said that the things that irk us, the things that irk you are what lead you to where you're meant to be. So
the deeps have started.
That's good day. Good day.
Yeah.
But imagining you're watching this podcast, or however you guys got here, you probably took a look at someone else's podcast and you said, we can do this better. Or why didn't they add this? Oh, why didn't they do this in the background like that? And we're all uniquely different. So we bring something to the table, but those things lead you eventually to what your purpose is. So I would watch a Hollywood film and I would watch a Ghanaian film, and I'm thinking, exactly. But the mission to eventually bring us to that point where our films are great is how I got into the world of filmmaking. Acting is, it's a great job, I say. You fly all over the world, you will get to represent so many characters that you dabble in people's lives. But at the end of the day, I've also come to understand that as an agent of change, you want the biggest platform in order to be able to change, in order for you to be able to, affect people's lives. And I chose acting one way or the other. I feel like you're asking people to look at you anyway. Yeah.
And obviously, from your family side, they saw that, okay, you're actively watching all these movies, so it seemed very much on brand. But then when you look at it from like a perspective of school, like your friends and family, not family, just your friends, did they find it weird that you're going to acting? Or it was like, oh, so on brand, finally, he stopped acting in the classroom.
You know what? It's so interesting you should ask that, because I was very quiet in school. In fact, you couldn't get a beep out of me. So there are a lot of friends that would come up and say, "Oh, really? I was surprised." I mean, but every single thing that you go through prepares you for where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, because I feel like quiet people always be watching everybody in class and seeing how they behave, and it's like, oh wow, so that's not a character. Oh wow,
that is definitely it. I mean, as an actor, you're a people watcher as well.
Yeah.
Were you like shy? Were you shy or something? Like, why were you quiet?
I was very shy. Yes. I'm the kid who, when even family comes home or someone comes to visit, and it's like, go say hello. I'll be going this way.
Real.
But I had to break that eventually. When I first got to Achimota, I was 9 years old, because I was rushed in to make sure that I was the last batch of the O-level, A-level system. So I got bullied a lot.
Hey, then you're smart too.
Yeah, first of all, you're smart. Yeah.
But life does that. Adversity presents a man to himself. And whether it started from, hey, come here, kneel down, to one way or the other, it starts and you find yourself, and hopefully today, whatever I've been through, someone can learn from.
Interesting. So how did that lead you to, I don't know, I guess you started in Ghana, right? Your acting career.
Yes, I'm a son of the soil. So everything did start in Ghana.
Okay.
I was privileged to work first in radio, and then that translated to television hosting. And so I had slowly built a name for myself. And what was happening is I used to have a lot of producers come up to me, producers like Abdul Salam, come up to me with scripts and be like, "Oh, you're very popular, just do this movie, get some money, But whenever I look at it, that was my irk. The scripts weren't written, the way they should be written. The stories were always all over the place. So I just felt, it wasn't time, until I read something presented to me by Shirley from Pomanso at the time.
Okay.
And that was my first decision to be in a film, which was Life and Living It. And I truly enjoyed the experience.
I remember that. I don't remember the storyline, but I remember the title.
So right. You should go check it out.
I should. But yeah, she's played a huge role in
100%
in our film industry.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But quick aside, like looking at the film industry when you came in and now, do you feel like we are going in the right direction? Do you feel like we are going up, down? Have you plateaued?
I feel like your question is layered. Do you mean Africa or West Africa or Ghana? I feel like the answer would change very quickly.
Ghana.
It's a good question. Yeah. And I'll tell you this. Just like a growing child, we are a growing industry. But it is definitely time for premium Ghanaian content. And not only do we have the tools now, the right cameras and so on to do it, but, the skill set is there. I was training with a few students from NAFTI not too long ago where I'm enjoying that. I'm talking to the youth a lot. But one thing that is observed is people are hungry for good stuff now. I think that the industry has a lot of hope. I think that as long as we are alive, there will always be a Ghanaian story to tell.
Yeah.
But that's eventually what led me to go even from acting to now going to New York Film Academy, learning directing, coming back, directing. I've just directed a piece called 9. Very excited about that. It has some Hollywood cast. It has some Ghanaian cast. It has some Nigerian cast. It has some South Africa cast. Nice. We wanted to make a huge collage of artwork. And some parts were shot in Hollywood. Some parts were shot here. And I had the opportunity of directing and acting in it.
So what has the perception been like in the community that you find yourself in, like with your colleagues and everybody? Because clearly it's like Chris is trying to do something outside of the box. So is it like, oh yeah, we are with it, or it's like,
I like that. Afi is a troublemaker.
I'm just asking because
Well, first of all, I'm not trying to do. I'm doing. Secondly,
that's right.
We're all born with something special, something different, and that I truly believe is what makes us unique. If Yvonne Nelson decides to make a film today, it's going to be different. If Pascal Aka decides to make a film today, it's going to be different. If I decide to make a film today, it will be my expression of a film, one way or the other.
That's a very good. I feel like you can be in a beauty pageant and you win because your answers are very.
You answer the question is
I'm gonna practice my wave.
Crazy.
It's my wave.
Yeah. So just getting into the industry, like for you, I think as you said, you're very strategic about it. You just didn't enter and then start with some random movie that's just going to set you back. No offense, but like if you're like you timed it and you saw that if I'm entering, I will enter well.
Good day.
Yes, and we see how that has helped you. Obviously your hard work as well. Like we've seen that you've actively worked in Ghana, Nigeria, outside of Africa. You've done so many different things. But for the average person who wants to get into acting, what do they need to do to be successful like you?
A lot of things. I'll start with a quote from Oprah Winfrey, and she says that the best deterrent to racism is being perfect. Something that I've learned in Hollywood or representing Ghana in Hollywood, which is one of the most coveted entertainment platforms in the world, you have to come correct. And so if it is that you want to do this, then, I always say, practice, practice, practice. A lot of reading. It is incredibly crazy when you ask an actor to emote the lines that are on the script and you don't read. If you want to get into acting, reading has to be your friend. But it comes from the passion. It comes from, if this is what you want to do, then don't let anyone stop you. And I just shot a film called The Magical Society of African American Negroes. And I was on set. And there I am, they're like, oh, we need the accent to sound a bit more Ghanaian. So I'm like, I don't think they know what the Ghanaian accent sounds like. But in the minute, it came to me that, this small boy from Jamestown somewhere is standing amidst these guys, and it's a Hollywood film. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it. Go check it out, please. Are you serious?
I've heard the name, and I've been meaning to watch it.
Yeah. You gotta check it out. You know, but what's important is, you know, and I say that because you're there, it's your skill set, right? You're being paid, and you're also looking at residuals. And when I talk about payments, you're looking at anything between, you know, $50,000 to $100,000 for certain roles, you know. And I say this not to impress you or to impress anyone, but to impress upon whoever wants to do this, that it is a job that can feed you. It's not just a hobby. It's not just, oh, I'm going to act more. If this is what you want to do, then you want to be perfect at it. You want to be so good at it that nobody can do it like you.
For real.
So
gems or gems.
Serious gems. So just even looking at yourself and like the different roles you've acted, what is your preparation process like? Because for me, I love the Justice League, and then I hear how like the guy who acts the Joker literally locks himself up in a room.
Oh yeah.
He gets the Joker. Harley Quinn has to do all of that. So do you also have those moments where you have to like,
you know, there are so many ways to definitely prepare, but preparation is important. Depending on, again, which skill set you choose. If you choose, for instance, the Stanislavski form of acting, which comes down to method acting, that would recite to something like locking yourself up in a room. Because at the end of the day, acting is simply being realistic under imaginary circumstances. So if I'm going to play a character, I want to be honest. If I'm playing a watchman, I want the watchman watching to watch and feel like, oh yeah, that's exactly what we do. If I'm playing a doctor and I have to mention all these medical terms and so on and so forth, you want to come correct, you know? And I feel like if you treat it with this kind of respect and this kind of understanding that we are basically just holding up a mirror and also saying to society, this is who we are, you know. And since the beginning of time, we've told stories through books and then through visuals. And now we're in such an incredible age because it's the visual age. So the role of the actor is truly important. It's key, or else, you know, how else are we going to tell our stories? How else are we going to pass these stories on? And it's not just a matter of telling stories. Today, people will go into a cinema and you expect something to change. You know, if you went into the cinema and you watch Rocky, I don't know if you've seen Rocky. You know, sometimes you come out of there, you think you can fight. You know, you might get punched in the eye or something. But movies affect people. Movies affect people. And, you know, knowing that, it's a huge responsibility and also a huge privilege to know that you're part of something so big.
So preparing for certain roles, do you find yourself having to, for example, spend time with, for example, like you said, a watchman or a doctor?
The watchman in the area.
Are you like doing work shadowing? Like, how does that work for you?
So for the basic acting techniques, you would basically build a backstory. It's called a character Bible. And in that story, you will do as much research as you can into the character. So for instance, if I am playing a doctor, yes, as much as possible, if you can pick one person and reference them. If you're playing a real life character, that's always easier because then you have as much material as you can have. But between what does the character feel like? How does the character walk? Why does the character talk the way they do? How does the character talk when they talk to you? How does the character talk when they talk to you? These are all things to consider, and it goes into the homework, you know. And so the preparation will come from that. And there's a thing we like to say that, you know, the hard work is the rehearsal, and then the easy part is the action, because that's kind of when you let go, you know, of everything.
Right. So Afi has acted before. Yes.
I heard.
Just in case you guys didn't know, she's acted before.
We're thinking of giving Afi a role or two, you know. So
yeah. You should definitely make it happen. Because sometimes I'm with him, people come, are you the one from Sky Girls?
Oh my God.
Oh, was that the series?
Yeah, she was in Sky Girls.
Okay. Did you enjoy that?
I did. I actually enjoyed it.
So why didn't you act after that? Why haven't you acted?
I just started to look for money. It's just not like acting doesn't pay, but like I just started to look for money. I got a job, COVID hit, and I was just like, you know what? Actually, even for that specific movie, I don't know if you know Sina Soul.
Yeah,
Shout out to Sina Soul.
Soul. Hey, what up, Sina?
So Sina was in part one.
Hold on though. Let me give out a big shout out.
Okay.
You know,
Please do.
I'm so big on growth. That's such a fine example. I remember the first time that Sina walked up on stage and, you know, with her little self. And I remember saying on the mic, oh yes, you know, big things come in little packages. So to see what she's taking and where she's taking it, I'm so proud of her.
Aww.
You know, big ups.
We love to
Christy,
see it.
we love you.
Good day.
Chris and Christy.
See
anyway.
the song. Call me. It's been a while. Call me. Say hi.
Yeah, so Sina was in part one of that movie. And me and Sina had just recently become very close.
Okay.
And I, as I mentioned offset, like I used to act in church, like drama group, I used to act. So when she was doing that, I was like, this looks fun. Like, I'm not doing anything. I want to act too. And she's like, well, there's part 2, so come for the auditions. And I'm like, I bet. So I just went for the audition and then I got the role. So it wasn't like full intent of, oh, I've always wanted to be an actress. It's just something that people say like I'm warm and free and dramatic and whatever. So it just comes naturally to me.
It's because you're shady.
Because I'm not shady.
You're fake. So you just
you,
slip into roles, you know what I mean?
That's
Slip into
actually
roles.
you.
No, I'm just joking. But like,
I'm still here. No fights.
Yeah, no, right? Right?
I'm gonna be
You're the
the
mediator.
peace,
No.
peace between you guys.
So yeah, I'm not done talking.
Oh, sorry.
please.
Please, the floor is yours.
Yes. So I'm just saying, like, I'd never really had the intent of like acting, but when I did do it,
You were great at it.
I enjoyed it,
And you're good at it.
I don't know.
I have a feeling she was good at it.
I don't know. We can ask the
She's
people who
okay.
watch
She's
it.
okay.
You guys should pull up some footage right now. Let's see it.
But I've also seen, she was also you're in one of Sina's videos, music videos, in it.
Yeah, I wasn't one of Sina's videos.
Okay.
Why are you opening my keys? It's so unnecessary. We're here talking about Chris Attoh, not me, not my acting.
It's your
Oh,
podcast.
This is good. This is
But like,
good.
yeah, true. It's true, and
Yeah.
that was much more of a challenging role for me
Yeah, because you have to do like a sad face.
because I had to be a sad wife who was being cheated
and
on by
you're
her.
actually not a sad, you're more of a happy person. all the
Exactly.
time.
So it was very tough.
Good.
You guys
tough.
need to watch. What's it called? Ojoli.
Yeah, Ojoli.
Yeah, watch that music video, guys.
So yeah, I really respect the fact that you said you have to do your homework because even when I was doing the Sky Girl movie, I did read through the script, but then I focused more on my part and then the people that I would interact with.
Right.
But then like hindsight, listening to you and knowing that, okay, I needed to understand Sina's role and her background and this person's background, how I would have maybe spoken to Sina would have been much more different as compared to another person in the
Right.
But that's just by the way. So it's very interesting. I think everything you have achieved is clear. It's because of these little things that you took seriously.
The hard work. The things that people don't see. Because the thing is, people watch the final products, but then they don't see. And honestly, that applies to everything. Like,
Like us, Steve
they
Black.
watch, exactly. They watch the final product. You don't see all the stuff that goes on behind stuff that led up to that final moment. So, when you make the final product look good and people watch it and they're like, yeah, this is good, then you know you're doing something right because people don't respect the final products as much if they haven't seen or led up to it. So, yeah.
I want to talk about impact. Chris Attoh Foundation.
Thank you.
Yeah, can you touch on that? I feel like it's like, okay, you've done so much. It's like you're giving back to the community. Why is it just like for the brand's sake? You know, we don't have to do our social. What do they call it?
There's a thing that they say.
What do they call it? Social.
Social
corporate responsibility.
Yes.
You know it.
Yes.
You know it.
Afi has not been reading enough. It's okay. It's all right. I got you.
Yes, CSR.
CSR, exactly. So like, is it like from the heart or is out of duty? They just tell us the truth.
It's a safe space.
You know what?
Safe.
No, it's definitely something I'm very excited about. Ever since I was young, I think compassion is truly, really important. And, you know, we all have the capability to be compassionate. And it was one or the other. It was either, do I look after older people who need help? Or do I look out for younger people who are now starting their journey and have so much ahead of them? There's a saying that, him among us who serves is the greatest. And that's from the good book.
Sorry, can you say this? The bike. I want them to hear it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
One of my favorite books, which is the Bible, says that him among us who serves is the greatest. And I've often thought that, and often said and agreed that, basically service is the rent that we pay for taking up the space on earth. So that's how it began. And I'm like, how can I serve? How can I serve? How can I give back? The Chris Attoh Foundation basically focuses on unearthing young talents, like yourselves. If I was smarter, and did this earlier, who knows, I could have picked you up when you were much younger and starting to act and starting to do things like what you're doing. We truly believe in harnessing that talent and getting youngsters ready for the world of entrepreneurship and the world of business, and using those skills, to be able to eat. Now, we also focus on orphans and try not to limit ourselves to this is all we do. So we could be buying oxygen tanks for all the kids in Kolebu, or we could be paying school fees for all the kids in Jamestown. We've just done about 2 activations where we've visited a school in Jamestown, given off some food and some, items that they need. One way or the other, I think it's all of us, our responsibility, and then Ghana, say we're each other's keeper, whether it's through the foundation or it's through times like this. I think we've forgotten that. One of the things I truly love about one of our ex-presidents, the great Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is more than anything, I think he reminded us that we're all one. We're all connected. It doesn't matter how hard things have gotten. It doesn't matter how different our opinions are. And I'll use that to just quickly chip this in because, times are tough. We've got an election year coming up. I want to remind people, to recognize that voting is your power. Voting is how you change what you don't like. But more importantly, that we transition safely.
Facts.
We're all too old for anything else. But at the end of the day, if these are the ways, then go out there and vote and make sure that you stay safe and make sure that we're all being safe. Now, where did I trail off to? I probably went off.
It's actually
it's a very key thing because I've said as well, I don't like to vote. I don't vote. But this year.
You must.
Charlie.
Like I literally told my boss that look, this you're traveling. No.
6 o'clock.
I have to be here.
I'll be there.
You can't. I have to be in Ghana. I have to.
You watch.
It's important.
It's very important.
It's important.
It's very important. So if anything is going wrong or right, you know that you had a say in it. You were not sitting silent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
we're talking about the foundation.
The foundation. We are looking to launch the foundation officially sometime this year. We're going to be doing an art exhibition also to back that.
Zuu paint.
Yes, Zuu. Finally. Zuu will finally reach out and go back for his brush.
I'll do it for you. Yeah. Anything to help the people. Yeah.
Done.
So, hey, speaking of the kids, help the kids,
Yeah, help the kids.
Help the
Zoo's
kids.
son is outside.
Hey,
Story for another day.
How old is he? 2, 3?
Zuu, you know your child's age.
This child who is not mine, that's outside, is 3 years old.
3 years, yeah.
So,
done.
Yes.
So I want to just piggyback off of what you said about the good book. So I don't know if you read it as a Christian or you just read it for fun. Let me set that present. People do.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest literature books ever.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
That's some good stories.
I am born Christian.
You see how Zuu is. You said they have some good stories.
Oh,
well, at least that means that he's been reading it.
Okay.
So,
all right. So
but I was definitely born Christian, so I would read it from a spiritual point of view. But I would definitely encourage anyone. You don't even have to be Christian. There's some gems in the Bible any day.
Yeah. So the reason I'm asking is because obviously, I want to ask how that has shaped your perspective, and also seeing as you are the Chris Attoh and you were having the spotlight, and everybody's like, wow, one of the finest gentlemen in Ghana is Chris Attoh, and obviously like all the women are following you and chasing you. Like, did you like? I know, Zuu, help me ask. You know the question I'm trying to ask.
Did you at any point have to rely on your spirituality and your faith in order to stay on the right path? And do you feel like your faith?
That's my dynamic duo. Like, bro, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Did it keep you on track, basically? Yeah.
Oh, you just had to shake Charlie.
No,
this one day.
No, I wish. You know what? I definitely, I'm very big on spirituality. I think that I am grateful to my parents for leading me in that direction. You know, it's a firm foundation to be spiritual, whether, depending on, you know, it doesn't matter where you are, but, you know, having a firm spiritual foundation is important. It is what is taking me wherever I am. And as far as I've gotten, you know, other people choose other things. And I think simply as a Christian, Christianity simply asks that you do one thing and everything else is sorted. You know, I feel other religions will ask what they want. I think that the idea of religion comes to separate. And so I think it's important to be more spiritual, you know. But yeah, truly important. I couldn't have done anything without that.
So when the girls were moving to you, was it easy or not? That's what I want to know. This one, they don't allow you to pageant. You can't run. No, like, cause like you were in your prime. Like, just touch on it. I'm so sorry, because usually we don't ask questions like this. But I'm just curious. I feel like I know that Honeypots, we are all curious. We want to know. Like,
right.
We know a lot of people who are like in the spotlights now and they're young and they seem to struggle with this because
like so Zuu, for example.
What do they struggle with?
Zuu. Like,
please,
girls love
no.
Zuu, let me land. Okay, let me land.
Well, that's a good thing.
We went for 3 music awards. Shout out to the girl who moved to Zuu physically. I was like, yeah.
Okay.
And so people think that Zuu and I are dating, right? So
people think that,
whenever we go out, they're like, oh, and I really think you're accused, but because of, I say, I beg you, shoot your shot.
Don't kill market.
Yeah, and we see it often. Like, a lot of girls are actively like moving to Zuu. I haven't even told them, but sometimes they come and ask me like about Zuu, like what's good with Zuu. So
make sure you're nice to her, or else everything's
I'm not in the market anyway, so it's fine.
But like, yes, obviously, everything that is happening now has happened before. So it definitely happened to you. How did you, how was it like? Was it like, hey, Charlie, I just did my corner away right now. Everybody is calling me.
Hey, good day.
This question you answer it small, just small.
Well, I'll be honest, you know, my younger years, I was extremely shy, like I shared earlier on. And by the time I started to find myself as a young man, you know, naturally as a young man, you have to go through the mill. Because I like to also think of it as you're preparing for the one. Every experience, every rehearsal is preparation, you know, exactly for whoever it is that's coming that you will be responsible to love. It's management. You know, Valentino said that the people are in love with the image they see of me on screen. They have no idea who I really am, you know, if it weren't for interviews like this once in a while. So it's management. It's very flattering. I am always so happy. And you know, there's so much love to give, you know, and I've seen it work. I've seen what I do put a smile on cancer patients' faces. I've seen it give reason to people to want to even live on. I've seen distraught partners, you know, in situations that are dire, and just because, you know, there's a familiar face they've seen on TV, it changes the dynamics completely. So I respect it, you know, and I appreciate it, and I encourage it. And I would always say, you know, if you see me out there, say hello.
Okay.
And you both manage it while you're here now.
Nobody's moving to me. Nobody's moving to me. It's Zuu.
Me myself, no one is. Afi, first of all, don't lie. Don't lie. That's number one. And number two, don't worry. We have our heads in the right place. So.
You know, I trust you'll be fine.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We have like maybe 20 minutes left. So,
I want to touch on something. I feel like you are very deep and profound. I feel like we've said that a lot, and we all know that you have had a lot of different things and different seasons.
Touch on something.
Yeah, don't touch on something deep.
Touching on something.
Um,
Sorry, go on.
No, just how to deal with loss and grief, and you I'm sure you know what I mean. Like how have you been able to navigate through that, especially being in the limelight? Because I think when people go through things privately, like, okay, I have like something that didn't work out for me, or I lost a loved one, I can grieve at my own time and just deal with it in my own time.
Right.
But when you are in the limelight, there's that extra layer of having to sort of explain yourself to people or grieve a certain way. Like, it kind of puts a different layer on the whole thing.
Right.
So just from your perspective and going through everything that you have been through, how has it shaped you?
I am grateful. I'm grateful for everything that I've been through. You know, might sound corny, but yes, with great power comes great responsibility, right? So if this is who I am, and I'm already in a position where I'm realizing that I'm allowing people into my life to an extent, then it is what it is. Me personally, as an individual, I think that the spirituality, the God factor, the belief in God, is what has gotten me through that. I think that would get anybody through any kind of grief, because grief is not easy, and grief is in stages. You know, it goes from sadness to sometimes anger, to people grieve differently, like Kendrick says, you know. But what I want to say more importantly about that is, for those of us that are here, it's important to recognize that it's not by chance that you're here. And, you know, it doesn't matter even if you're a person who believes or not, this too will pass. And anybody on the other side will happily trade places with you like that. So whatever you're doing, this is the time. This not tomorrow, is not, because we don't have tomorrow. We don't know what we have. We only have now. And so I feel like the best way to always honor the people that we also lose is to make the very best of what you have now, you know, being here. And the rest is up to God.
Have you written a book before?
That time is coming.
Afi said so.
You have to write, because I feel like you actually have a way with words. Like, it's not easy to, like, a lot of people think things, but to express your thoughts in a clear way that everybody can understand, and then immediately get what you're trying to say, is a gift.
Thank you.
Which you have.
And yes, and I find, even when you're writing, because when you're writing, you can backspace and stuff like that.
Right.
You can't always really do that when you're speaking.
I've never thought of that.
Yeah, so I feel like if you can speak this well, you can probably write even better.
Yeah.
So I think if you haven't written a book, you should probably just start.
It's definitely one of the things on my mind.
Yeah. You only have now.
And don't overthink it too. I feel like you shouldn't overthink it too, because what he's saying now is like very profound. So you shouldn't backspace too much.
You know what? No, I'm actually already working on it. So eventually, you know, we should be able to see something.
Yeah. We called dibs on your book launch, the interview.
Oh,
we
yeah?
was talking about it with you.
Done. Done.
We'll be there.
You know?
Sure. So I want to ask you, I saw something online. You were one of the hosts of the Ghana Music Award. You've hosted it before. How many times have you hosted it?
About 5 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And you did
last time would be the 5th.
Yeah. So you did it again this year.
Yes.
And I saw some comments online. Someone said you are out. You've been away for too long. And you're out of touch with the Ghanaian culture. And that there were things that you didn't seem to understand, or you're not able to portray through your speech on the stage. What do you think about that? Do you feel like you've been away for long?
That's a great question.
Very great.
I have been away for a while, but home is always home. Yeah. And I always say I'm a son of the soil. I know exactly what he's referring to. My co-MC, who's amazing, cracked a joke and said that, you know what, maybe we should learn dancing from Giovanni, who apparently doesn't know how to dance.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's so bad.
Now, I'll be honest. I didn't know he didn't know how to dance. My perception on life is to always look at the positive. So maybe my answer was just in that direction. But what I want the person to also consider is the 5 160 other words that we had to keep in our heads and completely keep going and giving to the crowd. You know, you're standing on stage and you're thinking about that. And so, I mean, it's great, but was it a problem in my night, or would I walk away with that thinking, oh, have I lost touch? Am I losing touch? Nah, it's okay. It's one comment.
Thank you for bringing that up, actually. Thank you for bringing it up, because, sorry to cut you, but I think it's a thing, especially for the place that because I know where you saw the comments. The place that the comment came from, I think him especially should know that it's harder than it looks.
I didn't know where the comment come from.
Okay, the person I saw say it was Coach Sheldon.
He's
you know
like trouble. I wasn't here, guys. You saw I was sitting in the corner just watching.
Okay. Oh yeah. Shout
but
out
yeah, I see what you mean.
Coach Sheldon, he doesn't know you. I'm sorry, but
Charlie.
But yeah, basically he was
what
saying.
You mean.
Yeah, he was saying. I feel like he works in this space,
right?
So he should know more than anyone, or more than the average person. That it's a lot harder. Like, I remember when I was growing up and I used to watch the news. And because my dad used to make me watch the news by force. Shout out to him, because I feel like he helped me a lot.
Nice. Shout out to that.
And I would watch and someone would make a mistake. And I'm like, why are you making
a mistake?
This is the right thing. Why is he saying this? Until I started like coming into these spaces, having these conversations, going on stage, going in front of the cameras. See, it looks like we are just chatting, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Well, you know, and then another thing is, and then hopefully someone will take this with them. You're doing live television.
Yeah.
You're alive.
Charlie, you can't
even when you make a mistake, whatever it is, you are alive.
Yeah.
Also, and I've said this in some of my I've done this recently on some articles we're putting together on my page. You are the MC. It's not about you. You're there to cheer the event on.
Yeah.
You know, I think that we get into our heads, and if you get into your head like that, oh, I should know, you know, you should be informed. But, you know, what are the key factors? What am I there to do? Okay, yeah, maybe I didn't know Giovanni couldn't dance. And I'll take that. You know, I have been away from home. I've been busy. You know, I don't know what you've been doing. But every time I come back home, I want to be informed. I want to be added on.
Quote of the day.
You know.
The question of the day.
I don't even know, but like,
it's a question of the day.
Yawa of the day.
Yawa of the day.
Oh, okay. You know.
Yeah.
But it's all good. It's all great. I mean, I think criticism is wonderful. It makes us even better, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so we were speaking earlier about acting. By the way, I've never acted before.
Your time is coming.
Yeah, I'm curious about it. Yes, exactly. That's what I was leading into. I'm curious about it. I mean, I've done like maybe a couple TV ads, or maybe stuff that we've done on the podcast, like skits on the side. Yeah, I've never really acted before. I'm actually trying to act by the end of the year. I have a friend who's shout out to Amira. She's a playwright and an actress. Okay. So she's writing me into a play.
Oh, wow.
So I actually want to try that. So my first acting experience would be on a stage, which is...
Wow.
I'm so proud of you.
That's tough.
Nice.
So, nice. So by the end of the year, you guys will see me on the stage.
On stage.
But yeah, so speaking about acting, we wanted to do some improv.
Improv. Yay.
But we have to build a scenario.
Okay.
The three of us. I mean, you guys can help if you have any ideas.
I don't want to be a mean person. I want to do something more challenging, please. I'm always mean.
More challenging. That's your default. So
yes.
Tell me exactly what you have in mind.
She's very creative. No. It is very creative, so she can give us something. What should we? Violent
scenarios.
Fights.
Okay, wait. Let's give.
Okay, so let's assume that. So because we are
right.
walked in for a service. I think you are a therapist.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay,
and
that's
then
a tough
he's
one.
your client.
Oh. Who is my client?
Chris is your client.
Nice.
Zuu is Chris's violence friend.
Okay.
So you come
very
in.
tricky for Zuu.
Very tricky, bro.
Okay. Oh. So you came in. Chris booked service A, and then Afi is offering service B. So continue from there.
So I think we need to. So let me try and repeat what she said.
The service part is where she lost me.
So basically, for the people who didn't hear, Chris is coming to Honeypot Spa for a service. Afi is the therapist, or the person that's providing the service. And the understanding was that she was providing service A, but he's coming for service B. So there's a misunderstanding.
but now she's trying to give him a vacation.
Okay.
I like it though. Afi's supposed to be giving him a massage,
right?
But he instead thought he was coming for a vacation.
No, he's coming for a massage.
Oh, sorry, and she's trying to do it.
Whatever the case.
And so Afi's trying to give him a okay.
Oh.
So are we wrong service?
Wrong service.
Yes.
And I'm the angry friend.
Yes, and then he walks out, he's angry, and then you have his friend.
Okay, so trying to so
yes.
this is us coming out,
yes.
and it's like, so am I
now
apologetic?
Yes.
Okay.
Should they come to meet
So
me?
you're apologetic, and then you also become sassy.
So let's just say wrong service. I think magician is a little bit
It's
harsh.
a lot.
So pedicure and pedicure. You guys do
Pedicure and
pedicures,
massage.
right? And action. Say, I'm very sorry. My understanding, what my madam told me, I'm just a worker here. And what my madam told me is that you are coming at 3 p.m. to do pedicure. So right now that you are talking about massage, I'm confused. But if you report, I can lose my job. So please, let's.
No, madam, wait. Listen. He said he's coming here for a massage.
Yes, I know.
So I don't care what your madam told you. I don't care what she said. I don't care what's
No,
agreement.
but
No,
he said-
listen to me. Don't cuss me. He said he's coming for a massage.
I understand. That's what I have in my booking. What I had in my booking.
Forget your book.
was
We don't
pedicure.
care about your book.
What I had in my
No.
booking book was
We don't
pedicure.
care about your book.
And right now, this is the job that I'm using to
No.
take care of my family.
Madam,
so
no.
if you go and report me to my boss, what will I do?
Madam, no.
What will I do?
Akwesi, wait.
Please, I say I beg. I've already begged.
Okay. You for one arm.
What is your name?
Ikea.
Ikea.
Yes, please.
I am the one who told your madam to confuse you. I saw you the other day. I think you are very pretty. I didn't know how else to get your attention, so the glasses are fake. Please, would you have dinner, lunch?
Say, please, I don't want any trouble. Please, I just have to do my work and take care of my family. If I go for dinner and somebody in the office finds out and reports me, they will say that I've been sleeping with the people who come here to do service. Please, say, I beg you. Please, me, I don't want any trouble.
We know
I don't
you.
want any trouble. I'm sorry. Me, understand. Please.
The dinner is not anywhere plush. It's the water joint. Nobody will see us. Okay, nobody. Come on. I knew you will be fine. You see, this is the cat. You said I told you that everything will be okay. It's okay. We don't even need you again. Go.
At least it's ended well. At least it's ended well.
Good job with the improv. Okay. Nice. Oh dear.
Oh my God.
When you started,
the plot twist off me, I was like, yo, okay.
when you put your hand over your
I
mouth.
was about to laugh. This was making me laugh. I was like,
But you know what? Those were the two moments.
That was good.
The moments today. You're going to have to act.
I have to act it.
Yeah, you try. That was really good.
Wow. For Zuu to say that was really good, dear. And Zuu, you try, because Zuu is never violent. They say, but don't cut me.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
Oh my
But,
God.
it's very interesting. If an actor is playing violence in real life, if you're violent, all you're really doing is struggling not to show your violence. People get that wrong.
That's
Say,
true.
okay, we're angry. No.
That's true.
In real life, what we do is you actually suppress the anger. It's that moment before you lose it.
Yeah.
That's where you find it.
So speaking of that, what kind of role would you say is the most challenging for you?
Yeah.
Even considering your personal temperament and everything.
I think that every role is challenging while I'm working on it because I want to always be better. I never want to present the same, character. I always want to be better than whatever it is that I've done in the past. But the challenges come, or I think my biggest challenges have been since I got into Hollywood, or just trying to be more. It has definitely come with bigger challenges.
I want to change the question.
Okay.
What emotion is the most difficult for you to portray?
That's a good one.
What emotion is it's difficult to portray? Laughter.
Really?
Excessive, just excessive, painful laughter.
Right.
Maybe the Joker. That would be very, very painful.
Okay.
I mean, crying is easy.
What's the hardest for you, Afi?
Hardest for me, I think. I don't know. I feel like I've not acted enough to know. But maybe, I think what he's saying is actually true. Like, being more of myself, even for the Sugar, Spice, and Sauce movie, my sisters were like, you are literally like bossy all the time. So you were just being yourself. But I feel like with that movie, I really struggled to divide being like myself and...
Afi, when is your birthday?
December 2nd.
Oh, is that Sag?
Yeah, I'm a Sagittarius.
Nice.
But I don't really believe in those things. I mean,
well,
story for another day. It works. It's true. That one there, the stars, they're there. And it's true.
it's just like electricity. You don't have to believe in it. It works.
There. It works.
Well,
I give the fire vibe, the fireside vibe.
That and more. So I would definitely advise you to go back and see your acting. You never know what will come up.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, guys, what do you think? I'm here for you. So in the comment section, let me know. Should I go back or should I just stick to my 9 to 5 I hardly ever talk about?
Interesting.
This conversation has been a lot.
Oh yeah, I've loved it.
In a very positive way.
No, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, we just want to know, like, what are your plans for the year and years to come, for the next 2 years? Since that's what you asked me off camera.
I love it. I love it. I'm definitely looking to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to keep inspiring people. I want to keep leaving great memories on screen for people to be able to watch, whether it's today, tomorrow, or in 10, 20, 100 years. I'm working a lot with the youth right now. I want to be able to train people and be able to impact some knowledge on the next generation. And I'm truly looking forward to the kind of films that we are going to be producing. I've just directed something called 9, which I told you about. But, in that light, I feel like there are going to be a lot of collaborations and people are going to start seeing very different Ghanaian films.
We look forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
And I know I'll be in one of your films soon. I clearly.
I think it's already happened. Don't worry.
I can't wait to see it. And who would you like to see or hear on Stay By Plan?
Tell me again. Who would I like to see?
On the podcast.
Have you guys spoken to Nadia Buhari?
No.
What are you doing?
Please,
what are we doing?
Connect us.
All right, okay.
There's a lot to talk about on that side.
We'll give Nadia a call.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
And what song have you been listening to this week?
Several, actually. On my morning runs, there's this craze for Capleton. I don't know if you dabble in that, right?
Yeah. Who's the music god?
Capleton, no? Okay.
But
so check it out. Yeah, there you go. If you like that reggae dancehall vibe, then, that's a good song.
Nice.
Or a good artist.
Okay.
However, staying true to the soil. Stone Boy, can't go wrong. You know what? I've revisited Obrafo's music again, the Paimuka album especially, and it even reminded me, that was part of the conversation at the time, which was reminding Ghanaians to look out for each other.
Right.
Paimuka,
Interesting.
Okay. Nice. Legendary.
Yeah.
So,
what are you listening to?
Yeah, Afi, what are you listening to?
Yeah, Afi, what are you listening to?
That's a tough one. I'm always listening to like different stuff, but recently, everybody knows I love Nathaniel Bassey. I've just been like listening to his music in the morning because there's been a lot of negative vibes around. So I've just been soaking myself spiritually, just like listening to his music.
Yes.
That's nice. Of course, everybody knows I love J. Cole as well. I've been listening to some of his music. They say he has something new. No, that's not. Yeah, they say he has something new out concerning this whole
Yesterday.
Kendrick. Yeah, I haven't listened to that yet. So I will be listening to
I need to hear that.
It's
Okay.
really good. Like, he just
J. Cole's
basically
pretty good.
Yeah, he's
he
very
explained
awesome.
why he dropped out of the beef, basically. It's
Yeah, I'm
cool.
yet to listen to it.
Yeah.
And then how about you, Zuu?
I was listening to a playlist by my friend. Her name is Kabuki. It's just like old African jam. So Premier Gawu and it's like old whiskey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all
Puts
that
me
stuff.
on.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's good.
That's that old school.
Yeah, old school. Yeah, that's what I was
Put me
listening to
on.
on the way here. So yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so this episode has been amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. I had a very good time.
Yeah.
It's nice to put a face to the face on the screen by the couch. On the couch.
In the Honeypot.
In the Honeypot.
Spa.
Yes. Yes. And of course, thank you to Honeypot Spa for hosting us. Everybody here has been so nice. Shout out to all the workers, the owner, everybody. Like, thank you. And yeah, I'll be coming for my services. So give me a 20% discount. I'll use the stay by plan code twice. Is that how it works?
I don't think that's how it works, but
I'm sure you try it. At the end of the day, you try it.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys so much for having me. Definitely want to say, people, keep watching. Do not go where there's a path. Go where there's no path and leave a trail. Be that kind of person. Bring things out.
If you didn't end it with some deep sin,
With the deep, like it wasn't you.
Good day.
There would have been a problem.
Wow, I love you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
See you soon.
Bye.
Chop knuckle jam.
What's up?
Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan.